Alright. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, London, back here with another video from Fantastic Hip Hop. Today, how Kendrick secretly confirmed another album will drop soon in the Luther's music video. I did not really catch on to that when I was watching it. I did see like some some rooms from the GNX original like drop trailer, like when he dropped the album pretty much. And I was wondering if he was going to have the new song in that video, but he did not have it at all. But we did get a good video with him and SZA, and with pretty much Luther Vandross playing all the way out at the end, which was a very good video, beautifully shot and everything. But apparently Kendrick has another album coming out. Maybe, we don't know. Kendrick does whatever he wants to do because he's very silent on social media. He doesn't really get on there much. But other than that, let's get into this video and see what Fantastic Hip Hop has found in the music video itself. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget about that. Let's go.
And details that are being uncovered within this latest work from the current king of hip hop. This thing could really be an entire movie with everything that needs to be discussed here. And now, seemingly what is most important about what Kendrick has just given us are the details that are seemingly telling us that this video is much more than just a victory lap for Kendrick, SZA, and this smash record. And really, it's not just any ordinary music video. It's a preview and really sequel to the first GNX trailer, which is telling us where this era and album is going from here, with what will end up becoming an entire new.
Yeah, this right here is the room that I was talking about in the Luther music video. This is the same room. Pretty much these doors pretty much open up and show this room, but it was at a different angle, I'm pretty sure. And it had a GNX with a red cover over it. And I'm pretty sure this video, I think one of the GNXs had a blue cover over it. So maybe I'm wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I saw a blue cover somewhere in that video.
Collection of music from Kendrick. And now, before we go any further into what's really going on here, and how we know Kendrick is trying to tell us something very important, be sure to leave a like and subscribe.
Maybe I'm thinking about his hat.
Helps me out a ton, and as we are right around the corner from Kendrick Lamar creating one of the biggest moments in hip-hop history with his tour and also more music, really be sure to leave that like. And so now, with that said, when it comes to Kendrick Lamar and what's going on, it really has never seemed like a better time to be a Kendrick Lamar fan, because both for what he has revealed in this actual video itself, and
yeah, it's great being a Kendrick Lamar fan right now. I don't know about Drake fans right now. I don't know how they feeling. It's gotta be, it's gotta be a little depressing. I ain't gonna lie. Being the Kendrick fan right now, he's on a run. He's on a run. He is still going. This is the most I've seen Kendrick like on the main stage, like in front of everybody, in a long time. A long time.
Beyond all the speculation, what we know Kendrick has really been doing within the industry outside of what he has given us here. We do know for sure that Kendrick is more locked in than ever right now, and he is still working on new music. And so at the very least in this moment, before we even try and get into the actual clues, with both music videos and comments about songs that nobody has heard but that other artists who worked on the first GNX record worked on, we do know that Kendrick already has more music ready to go before his tour even starts. And the question we really need to figure out what this is that with all of this noise and that with Kendrick working,
y'all think Kendrick's gonna release his new album before the actual tour starts? I don't think he's gonna do that. I think he's gonna do it probably like after. I can't imagine him like dropping another album in the middle of his tour. And he might, I don't know, he might preview some songs during this tour before he actually drops the whole album. That's what I'm thinking. That's just me. That's my opinion on that.
Exactly is he about to release next? And more than that, how everything in terms of the clues and messages he left within this Luther video fit into everything he wants us to know for what's about to come from his vision. And so now, of course, with this latest genre-stopping moment that Kendrick has delivered, this Luther video is really the key to it all, and it has given us more to talk about and uncover than the near entirety of what every other rapper has put out musically this year, because of course, in typical Kendrick Lamar fashion, and more than ever on the run we are seeing from him right now, the presentation and storytelling is not just more interesting than what other rappers are doing in their music, but honestly, this is such a well-directed video, it's more interesting than most movies coming out right now as well. And I mean, really, in the entire GNX era from Kendrick Lamar, when we look at this story he has been giving us more and more of with the visuals, this one that we got really seems like it's going to end up being just as important, if not more, than the album's trailer, because once again, The main spot that Luther was filmed in is the same place that we have seen from that trailer, and
Yep,
from the way we
I
see this
caught that.
location get expanded on here, and once again see that
The same location where the Power Rangers was filmed at, which is so crazy. It's funny.
visual symbol and icon of the GNX used to tell us what's going to happen, what we do know for sure about this is that this is now the 4th time we have officially seen the GNX car released in an official interview, video, or performance from Kendrick Lamar, and again, as the last time we saw this car, we were teased an album without even knowing it, then we got that album, and then we saw the biggest hip-hop performance ever at the Super Bowl. I mean, just going off that, whenever we see the GNX car out here, literally the entire genre of hip-hop ends up shifting, and we end up
But what is weird that you know, the little leaks of the video coming out, I didn't see any scene with the gas station in it. Unless there was one, I just missed it when I was reacting to it. But I don't think I saw that. And the leaks were saying that they were filming the music video at the gas station. So I don't know what video that's gonna be. Maybe for a new song, I'm hoping. But we'll have to see what Kendrick does.
up seeing a massive moment that just changes everything. And from the fact that we are facing it like this, and then even more than just seeing the GNX, which is something we did see at the Super Bowl, beyond that, we are back in the original location where the trailer is from, but we are seeing much more of what was going on there. I mean, honestly, what it seems like Kendrick is doing with this room and the constant motif of the GNX is creating the same narrative structure that we saw on a record like T-Pab within a visual way, where we are understanding more with the more videos we get instead of just going further through the track list. And within this revolving door of sorts with the GNX car, the most telling part, and what is really going to be the most important thing of this entire video, I think, as it really also just opened up one of the most interesting mystery boxes in all of rap in terms of what Kendrick is about to pull off, is the detail where we are able to see the GNX in the background with a red cover over it. And I mean, while everyone is trying to figure out what this exactly means, and why Kendrick Lamar was pointing and doing the thing that he did here as well, which again, just this one small detail is requiring more thought than the entire output of what
It's so funny seeing this picture now, considering how Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar both dissed Drake and absolutely destroyed them both times. It's funny.
hip-hop has given us this year so far. I think while everybody is trying to figure this out, and realistically we don't know exactly what Kendrick is trying to say, I think whatever the message really is, he is trying to let us know here, which, just to reference back to past work, is something we saw in the Family Ties music video, and that of course ended up starting the entire Mr. Morale era, and then of course with the car and the color red over it itself. Overall, it really seems like with this cover, the color, and what we see Kendrick do, which again, it's also important to note that Kendrick is in the exact same outfit that he was in the first GNX trailer, or at least it looks like that. That he is switching gears and there is some shift happening that is going to reposition and expand how we perceive this record as a whole. And now whatever this is revealing is most likely going to be a continuation but shift for what this era has given us, and really what this makes it seem like is that Kendrick is going to be giving us a GNX2, a deluxe version, a side B, or whatever else you want to call it. Because when you look at the switch that Kendrick is trying to make with this color red here, which really does seem like the ultimate turning point, because when you look at the colors that have defined GNX in this era so far, the primary color has really been blue, which has been symbolized by all of Kendrick's outfits and hats, whether that's from the Super Bowl, Squabble Up, or just from the trailers and releases he has been putting out. And so all of the sudden, this color being added into the mix of the visual identity for this record, it really does have to mean something. And even taking things a level beyond that, aside from a new color, there are so many other aspects in this video that represent a shift, change, and expansion of what
I don't think Kendrick's gonna come out with deluxe. I don't think that's really his thing. I've never really seen. I don't think Kendrick's ever come out with deluxe before. If I'm wrong, someone let me know. But he's always like, if he has extra songs that he wants to put onto an album, he'll just release it as an untitled like album. So I don't think he's gonna come out with deluxe. He might come out with like a GNX Part 2 maybe, which is basically a whole new album. But I don't think he's gonna do a deluxe. That's not really his thing. Deluxes are like, they're weird. Some deluxes are done very well, and some are just, you know, just tacked on songs that just don't make sense as to why it even pertains to the same project that it was before. Like Todd the Creator's deluxe for Call Me If You Get Lost was very, very good. I liked his. J-Pit Mafia's, it still kind of fit, but he did have a disc too, so that kind of made sense to me. But like other deluxes that I've seen, like Babyface Ray's, Lil Durk's, it just feels like tacked on songs that, I mean, they could fit the project to a certain extent, but they're just extra like throwaway songs, which it kind of sounds like. But you know, Pertaining to Kendrick, I never seen him do a deluxe.
What we already have seen and know. And this is made very clear from multiple signals that are left in the video for whatever reason, which again, you can clearly see this symbolized from the real changes which you can see throughout multiple different moments in the video, to even just parts of this when we see this GNX trailer room expand and open up from different angles and understand and see parts that we couldn't see before. And again, on this idea of expansion and opening doors up. It's so prominent with all of this, and really when it comes to this idea, there is another central detail and choice about the storytelling and direction of this video that is just signaling this idea of a shift even more. And what this is, and while the Drake fans are trying to make fun of this because they just can't actually understand that artists want to put detail and make their fans think about their work, it is so integral, and what I am talking about is the choice of
Such a brain dead take, bro. I can't stand when people say stuff like that. There's always going to be a message in the video all the time. Drake did in his Nokia video, and y'all see, it doesn't make sense. It's very dumb. It's just a dumb argument overall.
shapes that are being used in the video, because
Art, if it's an art form or any sort of art, there's always going to be a deeper meaning to it. I don't know why people just just throw that out. Even Playboy Cardi, to a certain extent, can have a deeper meaning to something in his music. You know what I mean?
aside from the colors starting to shift from blue to red like we are seeing with the GNX cover, once again adding to this idea of transition and change. Just like we saw with the trailer where things were moving forward and we were rolling into the next era, here with everything being circular as well, it seems like we are rolling into another chapter for Kendrick, and another chapter that is going to be saying a lot. Because when we break down everything Kendrick has done within his videos, where something like Squabble Up was an isolated moment which was embodied by the video being filmed within a literal box where the storytelling and narrative was linear, here everything is so expansive and moving in different directions that we really just can't even tell where all of it's going to go at times. And so with this, and even with other details in this video which are at the very least just adding more world building to this entire record, as we see such small details as the TV off in the diner scenes, which is of course alluding to that track. Overall, if you piece all of this together and you are a Kendrick Lamar fan or just like seeing rap music at its very peak, we are lucky, because at the very least, we do know we are going to be getting something new very soon. And when it comes to what Kendrick is exactly going to be putting out, based on both the clues we are seeing here and this idea of duality from the first trailer kind of being changed and explored in a way where it looks like things are shifting, and just knowing where the industry is at as a whole, I don't think we're going to leave the GNX era yet, but I think we are going to be getting a new album's worth of material in some form that will be a continuation of the project. Because really, and what I think was most telling about this video, was that from what we could see, there was only one GNX present in the room, which in the past, we were able to see two very clearly. And now, as we know for Kendrick Lamar, that another music video has already been filmed for something that
this is the one I was talking
know
about.
what it is yet, where the GNX was spotted outside. And also with that, that will mark the first time in this era and on camera where the GNX is going to be found not in this room from the trailer. I mean, what it seems like is that however you want to try and tell the story, that one half of the story of GNX is now over, and that's why we are not seeing both cars together, or maybe even that explains the cover on the one. And again, while all of that detail and storytelling is pretty concrete in terms of what it's trying to represent, although we don't know where it's going to go, I'm going to make a reach here, but follow me. What I think really may be extending Kendrick's elite storytelling, and maybe could be another way of telling us that another album or something very big is going to come like.
So pretty much, if he does drop another GNX album, he's been telling us from the beginning. That's kind of genius. No one would have caught that. No one would have caught on to that.
It is back to that visual where we are seeing the GNX with a red cover on it, and in this frame, we see one of the rooms that opens up to the bigger room in the GNX trailer, which based on the way it looks. First off, when we go to the first GNX trailer, it looks like this could have been that same door that was opening up to reveal the room, which ultimately welcomed us into that era. And now when we actually see the room that Kendrick was coming from, it reminds me of two different things which both function in the same way, as whether we want to look at this room and its layout as a nod to Mr. Morale and that record's cover, which just based on the colorway and kind of some of the stuff in it, it almost seems like that, but also, and what the whole shape and design and vibe it's giving off really reminds me of, which is Melfi's office from The Sopranos, which if you have seen that show, I mean, the scenes that went down between Tony and her in that office mirror the entire theme and message of what Mr. Morale was about. You could say I'm reaching here, and please let me know what you think about this.
I never watched The Sopranos. Anyone knows if that's a good show or not? It's an old show. A little old, but I'd go back and watch old shows. I still watch The Wire every now and then. But, yeah. Anyone knows The Sopranos is good? Someone let me know.
But I don't think it's
Sure
far
it
off to
is.
say that this visual is a past era that Kendrick Lamar has went through with Mr. Morale, and then what we are seeing Kendrick doing with that same outfit and the red cover over one of the cars, just like we have seen the Mr. Morale era open up and end there. This is the end of part 1 of GNX. And again, I could be reaching, but no matter how you want to take in all of the messaging on this track and video, no matter what symbols and details you think hold up and what is really enhancing the story, I think this clear idea of transition and also the fact that we know Kendrick already has more music videos done, which we have seen by finding out that he has been working on stuff that did not end up being here. I mean, overall, what is clear is that Kendrick is really just getting started within this era and time in his career, and with all of the momentum he is getting, because as we have seen with the Luther video, this thing is breaking so many records and is just leaps and bounds above the competition.
Oh yeah, blew Drake's music video out the water, which is crazy.
And other black and white videos that tried to come at Kendrick.
It wasn't even a
I
competition.
mean, just get ready to see more and more experiences that are going to elevate and transcend everything we know as hip-hop fans. And as this is all leading up to what's about to be an all-time great tour for Kendrick, I mean, we are just so lucky that this is where we are at, as we are really watching what is becoming one of the greatest runs from any artist ever right in front of us. And while it may be hard to fully tell what this move means from Kendrick right now and what's actually going to happen with it, just reading the room of where we are at and knowing everything he is still up against along with his plans that are so clear, I think we can certainly say that no matter what is exactly going to happen, we're going to be seeing a lot more of Kendrick Lamar very soon, and we will be getting more music. And so now with all that said, let me know. What do you think about what Kendrick Lamar has done with this Luther video, what he is teasing, and what do you think this all means? Now,
I think he's just moving on. He's just rolling with what he's got right now. I don't even know what else to say really. He's just doing his thing. He keeps rolling on. He has this momentum. He's gonna keep using it. So, but this is the longest run I've seen Kendrick on. This is the longest run I've seen Kendrick on, I think, ever. And it's very impactful too to music. So, other than that, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.